My name is Patty. I'm Mrs. Mattei's helper. Hi, Patty, I said, slightly cowering behind Mom. We're going to get started soon. Why don't you have a seat at the table with the green chairs? Do you know which one that is? I nodded and pointed to the round table with lime green chairs. Very good. Do you want to say goodbye to Mommy before she goes? Mom crouched down to meet me at eye level and hugged me tight. You're coming back, right? I asked. Yes, I'll be back later, and I want to hear about all the fun things you do today. Mom? What, sweetie? I don't want to go here. Rowan, we talked about this, Mom sighed. I want to come home with you. Tell you what, you be a good girl for Mrs. Mattei and Patty, and there will be chocolate chip cookies when you get home, okay? Okay, I said, squeezing her one more time. Bye, Mommy. I ran past tables with blue, red, yellow, and purple chairs before sitting in the last available green chair, quietly taking in the room. The blackboard at the front of the classroom was blank, while the one on the far wall had a chart with each student's name, accompanied by small boxes to the right. I saw some boys and girls placing their backpacks into the cubbies beneath it, but was too afraid to take off my backpack without permission. I rested my head on the Cinderella lunchbox Mom bought at the Disney store especially for my first day, inhaling the scent of crayons and pencil shavings. The boys across from me were giggling, and one asked, "Who is that lady?" I followed his finger and noticed Mom was still at the front of the classroom talking to Patty and Mrs. Mattei. That's my mommy. Why don't you look like your mommy? I don't know, I said honestly. My mommy says I'm special. My brother is special. He can't go to school with normal kids because he's retarded. Are you a retard? No! I did not know what a retard was. She's adopted, the girl next to me explained. My mom said your real mommy is in China, but she didn't want you, so she gave you to a lady in America who can't make babies. Gross, the boy said, pushing his chair away from the table. That's worse than cooties. The rest of the children pushed their chairs back. No one cared about my Cinderella lunchbox with its matching thermos. I looked at my mother. While I couldn't remember what color my eyes were, I knew they were not blue. They were not round. They were not hers. I began to panic and attempted to fix myself by taking a deep breath and lifting up my eyelids as far as they'd go. I simply didn't notice. Mom and Dad looked as they did, and Aiden and I looked as we did. I'm not sure how Mom and Dad explained what it meant to be adopted. Even if I knew their exact words, at 5 you're too young to understand that fertility either strengthens or destroys a marriage, a dream, a person. You don't get that adoption isn't just a solution to a problem. It's arguments that last days and forms asking the same questions and home inspections. It's interviews and your call is very important to us. It's hormone injections and low sperm counts and old wives' tales and non-responsive to treatment. It's what seems like yet another defeat in a long line of shit that isn't working. It starts coming together when kids begin using their middle and index fingers to pull the corners of their eyes and laugh. Me Chinese, me play joke, me put pee-pee in your Coke. It gets clearer when your classmates ask why you brought Irish soda bread in for Culture Day instead of fortune cookies. You are Asian to the people around you, but not to yourself. I didn't know what it meant to be Asian, but it seemed everyone else did. They expected me to know karate, be good at math, and be able to use chopsticks, but I could do none of these things. As I moved through grade school, the novelty of my having slanted eyes and a permanent tan seemed to wear off. I forgot the first time I met Mom was in an airport and not in the delivery room of a hospital. I forgot the stick never turned blue for her, and instead, motherhood was delivered via phone call during my grandfather's wake. Rowan James, my father's father, after whom I was named. I forgot there was another woman out there I could call Mother. Valentina and I gave each other knowing smiles as Sister Joan wheeled in the trolley. Despite the Panasonic being held in place by tension straps, Sister Joan still needed assistance to force the structure over the threshold that could not have measured more than half an inch in height. I found myself thankful Jessica Kotzman had transferred from Sacred Heart Academy, bumping me out of the first row and sparing me the responsibility of helping Sister Joan work the VCR. Unlike Mrs. Mattei's classroom, Sister Joan's was devoid of color and personality. Her desk, meticulously organized and questionably uncluttered, was at the far end by the windows. It would later migrate to the center of the room, allowing Sister Joan a better vantage point to observe whether Valentina and I were passing notes.